Yes, your boy Crypto Bud, and welcome to the party. It's my two Satoshis, October 14th, 2019. Shout out to my man, the Tech Geek, back-to-back song request. He's got Diplo. Welcome to the party. Thanks for that song request, bro. What's good, people? Hope you guys doing well today. This Monday, we've got some stuff to talk about, things that happened over the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't see it, make sure you check out episode 3 of Ask the Block. It was great. Again, another great group of questions from you guys, so I really appreciate that. So definitely check that out if you haven't. But today we are looking at the IRS. These guys have the unmitigated gall to now ask you on the new forms if you own any cryptocurrency. Man, this is going to be on the most widely used tax form. We'll get into the details of this, but this is well, I'll tell you this lets us know that they look at this as a way of taxation. They want to extract as much wealth from you as possible. So, you know, you can look at it that way, like cryptos are definitely here to stay. I guess that narrative is no longer even a subject of conversation. Honestly, I remember so much back in the day. That's all we would, the naysayers with crypto is not even a real thing and it's going to be gone in X, Y, Z. So, yeah, we'll take a look at this. And it's interesting they put this on here, cryptocurrencies, but they don't have anything about gold or silver, precious metals, because it's technically under the same category for the IRS. It's supposed to be an asset. So interesting to see that, though. We'll take a look at that in a minute here. Second article out of Cointelegraph. Kick flip-flops, or maybe we can call it a kick flip. Kick decides to reverse its decision, I guess, to shut down, which I thought was a stupid idea for them to shut down anyway. I know they weren't making money, I don't think. However, none of these tech companies really make money, so it'll probably be in their best interest to keep this thing going and look for an exit down the road here with Kick, get acquired by someone instead of just shutting it down all over some darn token they're trying to keep going here. So we'll take a look at the details on that. Also, this is a great one. Deutsche Bank has been successfully tokenizing on the EOS blockchain. About time. I tweeted about this, and shout out to my man Gaston Cruz on Twitter for even bringing this to my attention over the weekend, or I think Friday. This is from EOSio, Alabama. They were the ones that put this up on a Medium post, or at least dropped the link on Twitter. And yes, this is good news, people. Thanks again, Gaston. We'll take a look at the details on this, though, what they've been tokenizing. I mean, it just makes sense to do these type of operations on a blockchain that is built for this type of stuff. Pretty much very close to instant settlement of transactions, and the bandwidth for these types of operations are going to be easily handled by the EOS blockchain. And last little article for today, Bitcoin.com. Man, it's crazy because I was literally talking to Mike from Rethinking the Dollar. He came on my show. If you guys missed that, make sure you check that out. Very good conversation with Mike, another native 313 resident. He and I were talking about the Libra coin, and I said, man, Libra sounds like it's trying to be a SDR 2.0. Well, it looks like IMF may be creating their own SDR coin, which only seemed natural. They denied these allegations in the past, but I mean, come on now. This is only the natural evolution of what's so-called the SDR. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to a new sponsor. Got a new sponsor alert, guys. BitcoinMix.org. Check those guys out. They mix your coins. You can delay it, all types of good stuff. And the great thing about their service is that their commission is randomized. So it's between 2 and 5%. And one other thing, which is great, they have ETH mixers as well. So check those guys out, bitcoinmix.org, if you're looking to mix a couple of coins to keep your privacy. Also, shout out to Bitcoin Confidential, a privacy coin. It's all about privacy going forward. I told you guys this. Transactions are always private, so that means exchanges treat all payments the same. BitcoinConfidential.cc to find out more information. And also my guys over there at shopmoonlambo.com. Again, great apparel. Save 10% if you use the word CryptoBlood10 at checkout. All right, let's get into it. The heat map for today. Bitcoin down almost 1% to $8,343. Ethereum is up though 1.7% to $186.86. Litecoin down almost 1% to $56.69. EOS up 1.7% to $3.15. Binance down 2.6% to $18.23. We've got XRP up 4% to 29 cents. Algorand that is, up 2.75%. And my beloved BAT, still one of my top holdings, they're up 4.9%. They've been getting battered, but they're coming back though. Looking strong. Look at that little dip in that chart. It's coming back up. So great to see that. And as regards to this technical chart for Bitcoin, a triple bottom, as I talked about in the Ask the Block episode over the weekend. I went into more detail about why I think the bottom is in, because that's something that one of the subscribers asked me. And I went into detail if you want to hear about that. But as you can see, back to that yellow line, back to the yellow lines. It's trying to figure it out, guys. But I think if it doesn't figure anything out by the time this purple line intersects, about 10 days worth of movement, if we don't make a decision here soon. We got about 10 days to really force our way to a technical decision if no fundamental reasons come out of nowhere. So keep that in mind. Fundamental news is really the driving force of any asset. And in between fundamental news, you'll have technical analysis or technical events that will trade it up or down randomly. But overall, the fundamentals is what drives an asset's price. So let's take a quick look at this IRS situation that came out last week. I had it pinned to talk about it today. So it says out of CoinDesk, the IRS will now ask if you own crypto in the most widely used tax forms. The IRS has updated the main form individual U.S. taxpayers use to report their income to include a question about cryptocurrency. Look at that. Individual U.S. taxpayers, not corporations, nothing like that. It says following the release earlier this week of the IRS's long-awaited guidance for reporting crypto-related income, the IRS on Friday circulated a draft of the new Form 1040 Schedule 1, Additional Income and Adjustments to Income. The draft was shared in an email to tax software companies, which the agency also shared with the journalists. The sheet prefaced by a warning that it's only a draft and not an actual document for filing taxes. Asks at the top, at any time during 2019, did you receive, sell, send, exchange, or otherwise acquire any financial interest in any virtual currencies? They didn't ask about precious metals, because precious metals is not a threat to them. If I had to order it, it's Libra, crypto, then precious metals. At this point, the main parts of the form, it says additional income and adjustments to income, both appear below this question. The IRS asked the software partners to send comments on the new form in the next 30 days. Wow, there you have it. Crazy. Next article, Cointelegraph. Kik announces it's here to stay in an apparent reversal of fortunes. So Canadian social media and messaging app Kik has revealed it's here to stay in an apparent reversal of earlier plans to shut down amid legal difficulties. In an official tweet posted on October 13th, the company announced, great news, Kik is here to stay. And there's some really exciting plans for making the app even better. More details coming soon. Stay tuned. How many of you guys think they actually plan to shut down? Or do you think they were just bluffing to kind of make some headlines and kick up some dust? I don't know. I really couldn't understand why they would even say that they were shutting down over a cryptocurrency. Man. Anyhow, as previously reported, Kik had been embroiled in a costly legal battle with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission over its initial coin offerings designation, with the regulator suing the company for having conducted an allegedly unregistered $100 million token sale, having pared down its workforce from 151 to just 19, and mauled a complete shutdown, according to the blog post from CEO. The company closed the Kik X beta platform on September 27th. Yet the first hint of a turn in fortunes emerged on October 7th when Livingston tweeted, some exciting news. We may have found a home for Kik. We just signed an LOI with a great company. They want to buy the app, continue growing it for our millions of users, and take the Kin integration to the next level. Not a done deal yet, but could be great. Win-win. More soon. So they're probably going to sell it off. He's going to make a decent amount of money and move on from that. Down to the bone, it says, with further details of the game-changing deal still to be announced, Kik's apparent decision to close had meanwhile been harshly criticized among community members. The Kin cryptocurrency has also seen a steady decline, no doubt in part due to broader market conditions, yet unlikely helped by the company's seemingly intractable difficulties. All right, there you go with that. Let me know your thoughts on this reversal. I think it's a smart thing to do. Don't mess up a user base of millions of individuals over a cryptocurrency. It ain't worth it, believe me. Next article. Deutsche Bank bond has been successfully tokenized on EOS's blockchain. They may have successfully tokenized on there, but they ain't doing too successful in the real world, Deutsche Bank that is. It says, we are glad to announce the first, as we are aware of it, digital bond issued on the EOS blockchain. It says, what does this mean? The escrow agreement signed with the licensed UK custodian, high quality US denominated bond of Deutsche Bank AG is locked within custody until the maturity time. D bond is nominated in DUSD stablecoin by the DPoS Technologies. D bond is put as a collateral in the smart contract, and stablecoins DUSD are issued with respect to the current price of the bond. So then they've got just all these different links about the agreement you can check out from this link. For the questions concerning stablecoin, how one-to-one peg is provided, what happens with the accumulated interest rate, and others, please visit the DPoS project website. Interesting. So I'm just going to quickly click on their site. As you can see, I've never even heard of DPoS.io. So DPoS, first US peg stablecoin, which is fully collateralized by digital assets, provides instantly redeemable collateral, offers interest paying deposits. Look at that, fast, free. D.USD issued in the EOS blockchain, one of the fastest and cheapest blockchains to transact with. D.USD wallet to wallet transfer takes a few seconds and is free. What do you know? I'm shocked. I'm being sarcastic here, but yeah, you can check it out, dpos.io, if you want to see more details about this. I had no clue about this whole situation. And lastly, out of Bitcoin.com, IMF has another trick up its sleeve when fiat fails. Its own coin, SDR. Oh, wow. Virtually everyone knows what a dollar is, but not as many know about SDRs. I know my subscriber base does. They're educated. They've educated themselves over the last few years. The IMF special drawing rights is an international monetary reserve system created specifically to address limitations of gold and standard fiat currencies such as the USD. In short, should these fail, central banks and their governments retain the ability to trade and plan with liquidity via another exclusive instrument, the SDR. And I'm just going to quickly interject here. This is exactly what's going to happen. It's not going to be, if the system somehow really gets like crazy crisis level, it's not going to go to Bitcoin, guys. It's going to be whatever exit they have. Now, some will spill over into cryptos, which will explode the price, but most of the assets and most of the liquidity is going to go into something like the SDR. So you need to just understand that and set your expectations correctly. The liquidity will go into gold as well. Gold, cash, like physical cash, bonds, T-bills. I talked about this. But yeah, that's what you have to expect, or should expect, I should say. The article goes on to say, an artificial currency, the SDR is not an actual currency according to the IMF, but a potential claim on the freely usable currencies of IMF members. As the official unit of account for the group and an instrument only available to member countries, central banks, the IMF itself, and designated official entities, SDR are exclusive assets. The average individual cannot get their hands on SDRs. Comprising a basket of major global currencies, currently the SDR utilizes USD, Euro, Yuan, Yen, and Pound. In 2018, the group interestingly discouraged the Marshall Islands from creating their own cryptocurrencies, which, by the way, they still ended up doing. I need to do a follow-up article about that whole situation because I think they actually launched it. I don't know what's going on with it, but while just months later advocating central bank issued digital currencies and other more powerful national economies, while the Marshall Islands appear to be pressing on with their plan, still advocating the SOV national currency designed to fight inflation, stand up to the surveillance and regulatory behemoth like IMF. So this article doesn't go into detail about, I thought there was evidence that there was an SDR coin in the talks. I know they played it down in the past. It's kind of clickbaited me here. Its own coin, SDR, that's been around, so this author may not have really been familiar with it, but I think they're going to eventually do it. Absolutely, that will be their escape or blow off valve for economic financial crisis. I mean, it really doesn't take them much to tokenize what they already have as a framework for the SDR. It's very simple for them to do. They'll be able to get all the G20, G70, whatever, all the countries on board really quickly. And it's going to happen. I guarantee you it's going to happen. Whether it's initiated by a financial crisis or just time. I think it's definitely within the next 5 years you will see a digital or tokenized version of the SDR. Because honestly, it's already digital. It's just not in a smart contract format. So they can build that out easily. You guys let me know, will the SDR be tokenized by the IMF in the near future? If so, give me your time horizon. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, let me know. But that's pretty much it for today. Again, shout out to my man Tech Geek out there on YouTube for Diplo. Welcome to the party. Thanks for that song request, bro. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to be notified about unbiased crypto news reported by yours truly, Crypto Blood. We out of here, people. Holla.